Today, I'm just gonna go over some things that I'd like to see in the next iteration of zombies. First thing is that I would love and extremely want to see Cold War's perk system come back. I haven't played MWZ yet, but I heard its perk system is mostly the same. While all the perks are only the equivalent to the tier 1 versions of Cold Wars. Like Elemental Pop doesn't have Electric Cherry built in anymore, and I don't think Speed Cola has Time Slip. That really sucks. I love the idea of perks having more upgrades and those upgrades having more perks inside of them. Like, Time Slip is one of my favorite perks of all time. It's insanely useful, and having it built into Speed Cola is an amazing idea. It makes it so there's not, like, an overabundance amount of perks. I know a lot of people didn't like the idea of having out-of-game progression, and I understand that fully. Me personally, though, I didn't think that it was that bad. Vanguard kinda had an okay idea of having it be in-game with buying the perk multiple times. I feel like that is the one that's most likely gonna come back if they bring back, like, upgradable perks. But a lot of people still didn't like that, and I personally didn't really like it either. I think the best idea simply is just to have the Cold War tier 5 versions from the start. Or, and this is something I thought about a long time ago, have its upgrades be kill-based. Like when you buy Jug, after, like, 500 kills or so, it'll be fully upgraded and you can just play the game normally, and over time it'll grow in power. I don't know, that's just an idea I had. Either way, I don't want the perk limit to ever come back. My preferred outlet is just like have the tier 5 versions from the start. The second thing is that I want the fast-paced movement in Mantling to stay. I fucking hate tech sprint in zombies. That's a big reason why I don't like Vanguard much and probably won't like MWZ. I think Cold War has the best movement in all of zombies. Its snappy, quick, fast turning is perfect, and I really hope the next game is like it. Although I can't imagine it will be, because I think they're going to be staying on the Modern Warfare engine from now on. Like, that old style of Treyarch movement probably won't ever come back, and I can imagine Tech Sprint's going to be here to stay. But even if we don't get that, like, running back, Mantling without a doubt needs to stay. Being able to hop over small objects feels so good, and I can't believe it took up until Cold War to have more movement. I've heard people complain about Mantling, and I'm so baffled by that. Why would you ever want to go back to invisible barriers over railings? The third thing is having a main quest map and then having a survival map. Black Ops 3 had a perfect double set of maps, having a complicated story and side quest filled map for longtime players to learn and get into, and then one for new players to hop on and learn their mechanics, is perfect. The biggest rumors for COD 2024 right now is that there will be 2 maps on release. And I hope it's a simple and quest map, because this could be the biggest zombies release since BO3 and 4. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of new players to MWZ coming in, who might not know how to handle a more tight map, and a survival map could help out a lot. And to add on to this, I hope that if they do make a complex map and then a survival map, don't make the survival map just like a portion of the bigger one. That would suck. Make it 2 different original things. And honestly, if it's gonna be a survival map, don't have it be a remake again. As much as I would love to see Zombies Chronicles 2, I feel like it's just too overdone or like overdue at this point, and we need new maps. We don't really need to be bringing back old stuff right now. I just want to see more things. The fourth thing, and this is probably the most unlikely, the Chaos story coming back. I recently beat all the Chaos maps main quest, and I quite like the story a lot and would love to know how it ends. Since Alistar was mentioned in Vanguard, I don't really think it's that big of a stretch. If it's in just like a comic form or we get a release of an old script, I really want to know what happens. The creativity of the Chaos maps was such a sight to behold. Ancient Evil is one of the most aesthetically pleasing maps, and it is like, holy shit, you can get on that map and just look around for a while. Honestly, if I had the choice between Cold War's perk system and the Chaos story returning, give me the Chaos story. Honestly, I should have put this at the first thing because I want this to come back more than anything else. The fifth thing is a set cast coming back. Oof, well, this might be more unlikely than Chaos coming back. I'm not going to say too much on this because operators sell way too well for this. I love Cold War, it's my favorite zombies experience, but I detest operators and hate not having a cast. I think if Cold War had a set cast of characters, people would have enjoyed it a lot more, and I know I would have. Maybe they just don't know if people would ever care for characters more than Primus and Ultimus, but they should give it a shot, because a lot of people care for the Chaos characters and so do I. Hey, and if it fails and people don't like the new characters, just sell more Snoop Dogg skins. The sixth thing is actually going to be game modes. It's pretty clear that they want to expand heavily from round based, so it just makes more sense to bring stuff like Grief and Gauntless, Onslaught, Turret, and Rush back. It's never a bad thing to have more game modes in zombies if done right. I really want to see Gauntlets come back. Out of all the modes they've done, I think it's probably the most creative and fun mode. I think they are definitely going to make more game modes. I don't know if it's just going to be something like Onslaught again, but I have a good feeling that it's not really out of the ballpark for Grief to come back. Hell, they were going to do it in BO4, but, they didn't because people bitched too much. Like I said, if done right, new modes and zombies can be really fun. Apart from Cranked. Don't ever do Cranked again. The 7th thing is bring back Zetsbo remaster. That's all I can really think of. I have high hopes for COD 2024, but maybe I'm just a fool. But I'm not really somebody who will just sit there and think, man, COD 2024 is gonna suck, Charix is gonna fumble. Cause why would I think that? Why would I want zombies to fail? That doesn't make any sense. I love this mode, it's one of my favorite things in all of gaming. If I only had thoughts about the next game sucking, I wouldn't talk about it or even play zombies. Whatever Trike does, I'm sure it will please somebody. And I'll be there wondering either what went wrong or having a great time.